We got Jermain JJ Soto and his son Triple J here. He is a world-class kickboxing champion um, on the West Coast, and I'm going to let JJ tell you where he's at in his school, and we're going to get into this interview.
We're in the San Fernando Valley in Arleta, California. Our gym is that we both train out of and teach out of is West Coast Combat Center. It's located in Arleta. We've been there for about 8 years.
And Triple J is now up and coming and getting ready to take over the reins, or what?
Yeah, he's they just actually it's funny, they just released an article today. I think it was a cover article for the San Fernando Valley Sun. And that's
Wow.
that's a big paper out here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, that's cool. And that was regarding your win this weekend, Triple J.
Yeah, this weekend for the U.S. team.
Oh man, that's great. How you feel?
Awesome, awesome. You know, there's no other feeling like it.
How does Dad feel?
I mean, I can't put it in words. I definitely feel way more excited and proud about his accomplishment than he is himself.
Isn't that something? I mean, everything that you have done and all the accolades, there's more joy in seeing your son, huh?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
That's incredible.
100%. Yeah, I was looking at something. I can't remember when it was, maybe a couple months ago or so. And it was like it read, and I told this to my son. I said, the only person that's going to want to see you do better than them is your dad. And I was
That's
like,
right.
that is exactly right. I want him to be taller, stronger, faster, better looking, everything.
Nobody's going to want it more than Dad.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree with you 100%. 100%. So, JJ, how old were you when you started the martial arts?
I was roughly like 9-ish, 8, 10, in between 8 and 10. It's been so long.
And why did you decide to
I,
get
I was the youngest, the only boy. My mom wanted to put me in martial arts, for self-defense. And me knowing the difference in martial arts now, it was a great structure martial arts. I don't really know if was that great for self-defense. But also the people back then, they didn't fight, the way they fight now.
Right.
I did martial arts before it was cool. Now it's martial arts is cool. Back then it was like, oh, this guy's, it was almost comical, like this guy knows karate.
Right.
Better not mess with them type,
Okay.
or.
Okay. I came up in the right after the Bruce Lee days, so it was about going to the backyard and trying all the techniques that we seen Bruce Lee do in the Kung Fu theater on the weekends.
Oh man.
What style did you study, or styles?
I started off with Olympic style Taekwondo, and I
Okay.
did that and competed in that for a number of years, as well as different other martial arts. But that was like my original style and my base style, and I kind of stuck with that through all of my career, you know.
Right. In the kickboxing,
Yes.
and you did Muay Thai also.
Yes.
Okay. How do you like that compared to Olympic style?
It's definitely more practical, I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
Olympic style now is so watered down. It's just it's comical. You know, it's laughable to see how the sport has turned out. But
More
I
more
mean, I have to still say, you know, I do commend the athletes and how they've adjusted it, but it's just not adjusted to being practical style of fighting anymore. It's just
more entertainment.
it's a sport. You know, people still get knocked out in it, but it's just it's you know, it's different. It's different.
Yeah.
You know.
Lot of rules. A lot of
Yeah,
rules.
a lot of rules and a lot of the
Change.
point system, you know, touch and go, touch and go, touch and go. When I was young, we were trying to get rid of these guys, KO them in the first round, so we didn't have to, because we might have 5, 6, 7 fights that night. So we
Right.
want to get rid of this guy quick as possible. We don't want to go 3 rounds with this guy. We have to do it again and again and again and again, try to put him out right away, you know?
That's what we call working smart and not hard.
But we were all like that. So when we got out there to fight, we were banging, you know,
Yeah.
banging each other. So
Now you are a truly a champion locally, nationwide, as a father. Your first championship fight. Can you tell me how that felt to you?
my very first one,
Yes.
oh yeah,
Let's start when you were.
I was about 15 years old and I fought in the nationals. And it was I fought in Oregon. I remember that. It was pretty cool. And I
Wow.
remember the change of weather got me sick. And I went up there, you know, we didn't have much money or anything, you know. So we did like a fundraiser at the gym and it paid my ticket, my hotel and all that stuff to get up there and get back, which was pretty awesome, you know. And it was really cool. I remember it was like board breaking and stuff. It was cool.
Okay.
And but no, when I got there, you know, it was completely different. Completely different. You know, it was a pretty big venue. I don't know, I don't remember exactly. But now that I'm older, it couldn't maybe the venue wasn't even that big, you know, but
Mhm.
when you're 15 years old, you look around, it looks like, dude, it's like 20,000 people here.
That's
So
right.
so I went out there and I did my thing, but I do remember specifically the guy that was the national champion was a local. And it was crazy because this guy came there. He had like 4 girls with him. Like
Oh, he was showing up.
yeah, he was like and he was like 15, 16 years old, something like that. And there was another guy there, and I don't remember where it was from, but he told the guy, you know, as he was warming up, that it looks like it's going to be me and you again this year. There's no real competition. And I ended up fighting that guy that he was speaking to the first round, the defending national champion. He was the one doing the talking.
Right.
Um, I ended up beating his homeboy the first fight. It was the first fight was me and him, and I eliminated him. And then there was I think it was another couple guys in there too. They're from Canada, and
Okay.
The Canadian team back then. I don't know how they are now. I would assume they probably still be something similar, but the Canadian team always was good. They were all anybody you fought from Canada was always good.
Really?
Yeah, they were always good. They were
Okay.
always good.
Um, what's the guy's name? Scott Atkins. Isn't he a Canadian?
I don't know. I don't know. The actor, right?
Yeah.
He might be.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But anyway, Triple J. So let's fast forward because your father just gave me his feelings of his first championship. Now you are in the same exact position or age range that he was in when he won his first. When did you win your first?
I was 12 years old when I won my
Oh, look at
first.
there, getting younger and younger. Wow. So what was the feeling like for you?
It was that I think that was the best feeling after a win. I don't really have a good story to tell like him, but I mean, we had we're supposed to have a fight. We're supposed to have this fight, and nobody wanted to fight me for. We were looking for about a month and a half.
Wow.
And we went to a show, and then we found the kid I ended up fighting at this other show. He had fought maybe about a month before, 3 weeks to a month, 4 weeks, 4 weeks before. And we asked him if he wanted to fight, and we fought, and I ended up knocking the kid out in the first round, and the rest is history.
I see Dad is smiling. He's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So when that happened, I mean, really, you must have, or you tell me, did you really go back and think about everything your dad taught you and what he told you as, yeah, he was right.
Oh yeah, of course, of course. After the win, everything's worth it. Everything he tells me is it's everything. Because I
Uh,
mean, we got the win, so I mean, he's clearly doing something right.
that's right. You got that right. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so JJ, who were your biggest inspirations or role models when you started training? Who would you say?
Um, I had quite a few. I love the martial arts movies. That was probably my biggest inspiration. And there was a movie called The Last Dragon. I think like every urban household knows, that movie. And that's kind of like what really made me want to start doing martial arts. But it took a little while before my mom enrolled me in a school, even after that. But that movie right there, man, it
Now,
really.
now, now, was it the Last Dragon? Was it Time Up or was it the girl?
No, it was time out for sure. I was too young. I wasn't really into girls.
Yeah, that was a great movie, and
although for although for some reason I loved Elvira though when I was little.
ah, classic movie though, classic. I mean, even to this day, it's a classic, and I don't think that there's anything else kind of like it. The Last Dragon,
No, no, no.
humility, and as a martial artist, that's something that we all have to maintain. I tell my kids this all the time. Um, you know, I'm sure you've watched
Hmm.
Spider-Man movies. Do you remember when Spider-Man, when his uncle died?
Yeah,
And his Uncle Ben died, and his Uncle Ben gave him his last words. And I tell my students memorize this. They know it all the time. He said, "With great power comes great responsibility."
But just because you can beat him up doesn't give you the right to. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
yeah,
And I think, in martial arts, that is like real key. And
yeah,
so I see what you're saying. And if he didn't, present himself that way, it could definitely, when you're up there, that modesty means a whole lot, doesn't it?
yeah. It does. But people love to see you act crazy though. They love that. That's what people pay for in this world though.
You're right.
Especially when it comes to this fighting thing. That's how that look at Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Like that was a crazy that whole thing was just crazy.
Yeah,
You
you're
know, pe-
right.
people pay for that stuff.
And they paid a lot for it. They paid a lot because I mean they got their pay out of it. I mean that the publicity was incredible.
They got our attention is what it really was.
Uh,
Because most of us already have Netflix, so they got our attention, is what it was. And they got our attention, they got paid from that, just from catching our attention. And that's what catches people's attention. They like to see crazy stuff, they like to see crazy people, crazy antics, like McGregor going off, beating people up and socking people. They like that type of stuff.
well, you know what? They're going to like even more. And if he does it, I just seen a post that Mike Tyson is being offered 200 million from the Saudis to fight.
Oh yeah, that's
Two
insane.
200 million to get in there and knock somebody out. So that's going
But
to be
who is he
interesting.
going to be fighting?
I think they mentioned to go after Jake Paul again.
What? Yeah.
200 million. Who would turn that down?
Tell him if he can knock him out, we'll give you 200 million. Mike Tyson's gonna die trying to get.
Trying to get the 200 million, right?
Yeah, dude. Look what happened to him last time. Remember, they had to postpone the fight because he had
That's right.
some type of
Was it a clock?
medical issue or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Probably overtraining and stuff, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. So, speaking of training, what's your favorite part of training and what do you find most challenging?
I love training all around. You know, it's not really it's our way of life, you know.
Right.
Just it. You know, so
It doesn't become the sport anymore, the activity. It's your way of life. You too, Triple J?
Yeah. Yeah. It's fun and it helps you with everything in life. It doesn't matter what martial art you're doing. Helps you with self-defense. You have fun, keeps you in shape, keeps you doing something, you know?
Wow. I can't wait for my students to see him talk. Okay. That's true. Now, here's another one. How do you mentally prepare for a big fight? You know, do you have any rituals or routines?
you have anything?
Oh, me?
I'm not fighting anymore, man. I'm retired. So this question's gotta be for you.
Um, train, train. That's it. And I let my dad do everything else.
There you go.
Train. Yeah, all I do is put every do what my dad tells me to do and just train. We do all the work at the gym. I do what I'm supposed to do and let it go. Let everything go.
All right. So how about you, champion? How about you? You all the championships that you've won that you can't count on your fingers, I'm sure. You know, what was it like for you?
Luck.
Did you say
I was
luck?
I was just lucky.
Oh, come on.
No. I mean, hard work, of course, of course. You know, but now also the pool is a lot deeper than when I was competing.
Mm,
You know, everybody's doing. There's a lot more people out here, and there's a lot more people involved in the sport. You
right.
know, so I think that the competition is just getting tougher and tougher because you're getting a lot more people in there. You know,
Okay.
I, so before, you know, work and moderate work and talent, you know, what could get you super far. Now you have to work, and have talent to get somewhere, you know.
Okay. That's different. It's different.
Before hard work could get you there.
Okay. Life outside the ring. What do you enjoy doing in your downtime when you're not training or competing? For a champion and his son.
This kid likes to eat, man. Jesus. Jesus. We need a grocery store sponsorship with the food budget they send us.
Does he have any trouble keeping his weight or he's just burning it off because he's got so much energy?
No,
I'm on a very specific diet, usually year round. Because I blow up. I can't eat that.
he has breaks.
I have like
He's on a break right now.
Okay.
He's probably gained like since Friday, not even a week. He's probably gained like 15 pounds.
Oh, okay.
It's staying on him right
So
now.
what is Triple J's fight weight?
I fight.
Go ahead.
Okay. I fight around 130 to 135.
And JJ, what was your fight weight when you were carrying it up?
147 and 154. So I was a welterweight and a super welterweight.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're almost there, Triple J. Um, what advice would you give to aspiring fighters, looking to follow in your footsteps? I mean, you're a role model. When people see you, you know, they see opportunity that they can, possibly follow in those footsteps. What kind of advice would you, the both of you, yeah, both of you, what would you give?
Um, like I said earlier, I mean, it's you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. But also, this isn't a practical job. This is a dream. So you have to really believe in yourself and focus on your dream. If this is what you want to do, and it's gonna be rough, it's gonna be bumpy, but the fact of the matter is that you can't quit. That's like school. If you're gonna go to school and whatever you want to get your doctorate, I know it's gonna get rough and it's gonna get long, and you can't quit. And this is the same thing. But with us, you can jump back into school when you're 35, 40 years old and say, I'm just going to start going to school and get your degree and go ahead and get your doctorate whenever. You know, with a sport like this, you have minimal time. You can only do it for a certain amount of time because there's always somebody else right there behind you, that's training, putting in work with the younger body, it's gaining that experience. Like this kid right here, this 15-year-old kid right here, I would be terrified to fight him. Imagine him having to fight him at 23 years old, in 8 more years and 8 more years of experience of what he has now. It's gonna be horrible.
And he won't run out of gas.
No, he won't.
Be like an Energizer bunny.
No, exactly. And he'll be big and he'll be strong and he'll have experience,
Right.
and a lot of experience. A 23-year-old man with 19 years of experience or 20 years of experience.
You already see it.
It's come on.
And then on top of that, not just experience, but experience from a father that have traveled that entire road as a champion. That's
Yep.
crazy. That's real. That's some serious experience, Triple J. But what would you say? Because a lot, at my school, I tell a lot of parents that what they're going to hear from students sooner or later is, I don't want to do it anymore, or I don't want to go today. So what would your advice be to students and kids your age?
For first and foremost, if you're gonna do it, you got to do it all the way. You have to do it all the way, because let's say you're fighting and you're matched up, and you're missing days. You got to think that your opponent is going in every day, and if you're missing a day, that your opponent has 4 hours ahead of you, has those 4 hours, and has that, maybe, who knows, he might be doing 2-a-days. He might be training in the gym the whole day, so he has that full day ahead of you. So even if you're not in there that full day, at least you're there putting in your work. I think you got to be all in. If you're not all in, I don't think you should be doing it.
Wow. Now, that just makes me feel so good because I'm hearing a champion talk. I'm hearing the words coming from a champion, and at such a young age, with that mentality, man, it's going to be amazing to watch you, and when you get to your prime, and you haven't even touched on it yet. Wow. Woo. Okay. Let's see. Oh, here's the good one. All right, this one's for you, JJ. Who would play you in a movie about your life?
Oh, okay. I would like to have this young man to do it for me, if
That
possible. But
that
no, he needs some acting skills and maybe brush up on his baby face features too, you know.
that would be amazing. That would be amazing for you to actually walk in your dad's shoes,
Yeah.
show that the life that he came through. Man, that would. Has anybody ever done that before? Had their son play them in a movie?
I don't know,
Wow. Okay, that would be something.
wouldn't it?
Okay, here we go. So the Pugilist movie uh, at the Toronto International Nollywood Film Festival in September 2024. Um, it was submitted and it won Best Film International. So let's talk about the Pugilist and how you got involved with the Pugilist. How did you get involved with it?
One of my buddies, I believe he was producing it. I think he was a producer for it.
Angel
Um,
Valerio,
yeah.
right?
So he hit me up just like out of the clear blue. Was like, yo, man, I know you used to do movies and stunts. Would you like to help me out? I was like, yeah, why not, man? And, no big deal. When I got there, he had told me that their coordinator, which also is a buddy of mine, he had stepped away and he was working on a commercial or something was going on. And he was like, and he said to have you do the coordinating. I was like, all right, cool. So now that I'm going to get to coordinate, this movie, um, um, I'm going to go ahead and put my son in it too. It makes
Right,
sense.
right.
So it was cool. It was cool. Now he has his IMDb credit. Even depending on what else we plan on doing with it, I have no idea. But you know, just
You never know.
something more on his resume.
Wait a minute, I heard they want to do a remake of The Last Dragon.
Oh, I heard that too, but they've been saying that for like 10 years.
Well, they got Triple J now.
Oh, Triple J can be in it. Oh, that'd be good, man.
That'd be awesome.
Okay, so
That'd be crazy. Because you know what? Ernie Reyes Jr., his,
yeah.
his dad, I believe, was the stunt coordinator, the fight choreographer for that.
And
And
wasn't Ernie Reyes Jr. the little kid in there?
yeah. And funny enough, Ernie and I became training buddies and still are pretty good friends.
Wait a minute, the junior or the dad?
Ernie Reyes Jr.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, little kid. Now he's a man. He's a grown man with kids,
Wow.
family, everything.
Okay. Is he still training?
I'm sure he is. I'm
Yeah.
sure he is. I see him like working with like Nate Diaz and other fighters and stuff now.
Okay.
Because he's from up that area, like San Jose, something like that.
Right. Okay. So with the pugilist, you got involved because you were asked. Now, from what I understand about the film myself, I got that call also. It was kind of out of the blue. And the whole cast, I from what I understand, we all came together to make this thing happen without looking for what's in it for me kind of thing. Um,
Yeah.
what was your thoughts and the reason why you would take the time out of your schedule and lend your championship status to the movies?
Well, he was a buddy of mine, and he asked genuinely, So I mean, it wasn't too much for me. And if something does come out of it, then hey, great.
That's the bond that fighters have, right?
Maybe some. I don't know
Some.
all because now these fighters now are just crazy wild. A lot of them are crazy wild, man. You know, there's just with these crazy antics and even crazy women now, you know, twerking on ladies and stuff. Like it's funny. It's crazy. It's wild. I think fighters are different than martial artists.
Okay. Can you differentiate?
I mean, it's in the term right there. Fighter, martial artist. You know,
Mm,
these guys, you know, fighters. Just, you know, martial arts is different. You know, there's some guys that are martial artists that really don't even know how to fight. You know what I'm saying? Well,
that's true.
I guess you could say the same thing about some of these fighters too, that they don't know how to fight either.
All right. Well, okay. So last but not least, from the West to the East Coast, what would you like to say to the viewers in the greater Bridgeport area and tri-state who are considering on attending this local red carpet movie screening at the Klein Memorial on January 31st, 2025?
I think they should definitely go out and check it out. You know, support your community, support your people, um, and hit us up and let us know what you guys think. You know, you could get back to us on our social media accounts too. You know, I'd like to know what people thought about it.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, if the opportunity comes and we could pull you out here, you might show, right?
Oh yeah, I would love to.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. That's it. Is there anything else that you would like to add or Triple J?
Mm.
Come out, support, and watch a beautiful movie.
All right. All right. And see you knock out your opponent in the movie.
His fight scene debut.
That's right. That's right. All right. All right, guys. There we go.
All right, brothers.
I think we did it. And
Okay.
it was a second go, but we got it. And it's recorded.
Good, good, good.
All right. So what I'm
We
going to do
appreciate
is
you, brother.
thank you. I'm going to send this because it's recording on the cloud. So I'll be able to just send you a link, I think, and you can just view it if you want to.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Thanks a lot. You take it easy. Have a good one.
And you guys do the same. Happy holidays to you. Thanks again.
Same to you, brother. Have a good one.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.